then the line chart is the best friend, right? Using line chart you can see the trend over a period of time. So that's what we have seen it. And also we continued with the table, right? So let me just click on the table visual. We'll start with the simple one. As usual, we'll start with, let's say, category wise, and profit and sales. I just refreshed the screen. Okay, I just refreshed it. Yes, I think you should be able to see it now. Yeah, I just enabled it now. Yeah, I think you are able to see, right? Okay, so these are the simple columns that I've used it here. So along with this, what I do is I just include additional column here. If you want to change the column order, just you can drag up or drag down the columns so that you can arrange the columns in the required order. So next one is a lot of formatting options are available when it comes to table. And if you go to style here, in the style you can see something like alternating rows, or you can choose the contrast alternating rows. A lot of options are available. Okay, bold header, flashy rows. So no one like the very the dark colored one, condensed and sparse, bold header. You can try all these options. At this moment what I do is I use the contrast alternating rows. So this one looks kind of good. Okay, so what I do is next I just go and so profit also available here. Next what I do is I just go and include the year-on-year sales growth. Okay, instead of using the same boring sales and profit columns, I just go and create a measure. We'll discuss the measure, calculated column, calculated table as part of DAX. Don't worry. I just say growth percentage, year on year. Okay, year on year sales. Okay, or sales growth percentage year on year. So I'm going to use a variable. Don't worry about this. Okay, and anyhow I'll explain everything, how to create variables, everything as part of DAX. So next one is I'm going to use calculate function. Here I already created sum of sales. Sum of sales is nothing but a measure. Okay, you just think in this case it is a variable. In this variable we stored the sum of the sales. Okay, so date add. There is a function called date add. This is very much handy when it comes to if you want to go back to previous year, or if you want to go back to previous month, previous quarter, everything is possible with date add. So calendar, I just use calendar date. The first argument supposed to your date column from your year. So I want to go back some -1, the -1, this argument tells that go back to the previous year and get the total sales of the last year. The next one is the return. I'm going to use a function called divide. Divide takes three arguments: numerator, denominator, alternate result. So my numerator is, in this case, I say sum of sales and minus this one, previous year sales, comma PY sales. You can say the alternate result is 0 if it is not returning anything, right? So you can use now it is correct, the syntax is correct. Don't worry, I will help you out, how to, which keys that you need to use it in order to format your DAX script later. Okay, at this moment, I just give a tab here for readability purpose, and you just click on this, and once you type correctly, if everything is correct, your syntax and logic, everything is correct, just click on this tick mark. Okay, what I do is I just close this one, I just come back here and I'll just say sales growth percentage. I just go and search it. Sales growth percentage. I'm going to include that one also as part of this one. We check mark it. I should have selected this one. Furniture category. One second. So what we will do is to add some context to the, here we can see the consumer furniture segment, right? So what I am going to do is I just include here also as part of this. Sorry, I should have selected this one. I just move this above this one category 2011. So hierarchy is not possible in table. In table visual is for two-dimensional purpose only. Okay, anyhow, we will play around with, we will explore what are the other options are available when it comes to formatting also. I just go to the format section, and here we go and see the style. Yeah, this is the one I used it. And if you want a grid, you can enable grid. If you want vertical grid, you can enable it. Okay, or if you don't need it, right, so you can toggle from on to off. And next one is you have horizontal grid and vertical grid. These are the options are available. And the next one is I just go to the column headers. I just increase the font size. My favorite font is Canberra, and you can slightly increase this one, the column header size. Okay, it is a little bit big. And if you want to use italic or bold, you have a lot of options. And alignment, I just want to do it center. Look here, so when it comes to alignment, simply go to search and then type alignment. and we can see only, so it will give you all kind of alignment. So column headers you find some alignment, and field formatting you will find some alignment. When it comes to other visuals, there are some visuals, a lot of alignment options will be there. Okay, just search the alignment here in this format section. Okay, you will get the alignment for various sections within for this visual. For example, in the column headers, I could see one alignment here. I just align it center. And next one is field formatting. So here also I just do it in one go. Instead of going to field formatting separately, searching and going there, manually go and search it, you just search the property here, right? So it will automatically bring all the alignments related thing here, so that in one shot you can specify the alignment center also. And similarly, font size also. Font size should be consistent. Don't use or font style, font color, font family. Look here, here I used Canberra, and for the values also I want to use the same font. I don't want to mix up different fonts. It is not good. And consistent fonts, if you want to use it, you can use it here. Conditional formatting, that's all. Similarly, you can font size, text size. Text size you can increase it to, so keep everything in this same size except the column header. Okay, so the rest of them, right, you can column headers, I just reduce it. Column headers already we set it, let it be there. And the values, text size, I'm going to increase it to, so the total also, let it be that bigger size. And the title I'm going to toggle from off to on, and I'll be giving some name here. So text size is this one, tooltip is off. Okay, the next one is, so in one go we are able to specify the font size and font style for all the values here. And here we can specify the title. Now I just go here, and then you scroll down, you can align it. So it is, now it got centered. And also you can specify the background color. So background color for this, and what I do is, font color I'll make it white, and the background color I make it black. So even for this, the font size, title heading here, and specify 2 also. The title you should make it little bigger, so that it will be visible. So I just resize it. Just by dragging here, right? So you can do it. And also you can drag this one also, this position. If you don't want this big, you can minimize it. You can increase or decrease the column size also by dragging like this. You can do it. And the next one is here we have something called, the interesting feature called conditional formatting. I just expand this, and here, so I just want to say sales background color on. Before that, let me just do data bars. Look here. So the data bars can enable the users to quickly understand the trend, right? The sales. So here the sale value is very high, and smaller the size, smaller the width, it tells us lesser the sales. So data bars you can enable it, and also you can go and explicitly specify this one here. So when you enable this one, when you click on, when you toggle from off to on the background color, it will enable the advanced controls. You just click on this. You can specify the rules here. For example, you can specify the rule something like sum of sales, or instead of rules here I just use the field value, not the field value, rules itself, values only, values and totals, which field based on this. So here I just say the sales. If value is greater than or equal to greater than 0, and let's say for example say 0 and less than, and let's say I go and say 5 lakh. So I'm going to say this one is red. Okay, so it's not that good, I would say. Somewhat the amber color, amber kind of thing. You just go and select it here, just double click on it and click OK. Okay, now it got set. And the next one is, here you need to make sure that you are selecting number. Okay, in case you want to set some comparison percentage, if the value is percentage, then you can use %, but in this case it is numeric value. So anything above 5 lakh and less than, right, so this one, right, so less than or equivalent to, or less than, let me say less than 7 lakh. Use some color. Okay, and ideally, so red, the green, amber. Okay, so this one supposed to be red. I don't want to specify red now, let it be there. And greater than or equal to, greater than 7 lakh. Something like that. Okay, then it is green. Look here, green got set here. Fine. So here something wrong. It shows please check the logic of this rule. Here it says something wrong here. Okay, because it's a very huge value. This value is higher than this value, or this value, right? Whatever you specify it, it should be this number, right, should be there. So that much of digit value should be there in your sales column or quantitative variable. Otherwise, this one it will show some kind of error. And I just click on OK. Look here, so it gives us the color, right? So less than something we set, so it shows something like this. You can format it. You can format it if you spend more time, right? You can format it in a much better way. And let us take a look at this one. So here, look here, so this is the color, right? So don't look at the blue color. This one also we can change it, and data bars, and here you can, even for this you can set the rule. Okay, and this is the one is for this color, we used it for less than, right? So yeah, this is the middle one, right? So anything that falls between it, we could see the green here. So that means with the bar itself we can identify. Okay, with the bar itself we can identify it. And if you want to set some icons are also available here. Look here, icons, you can specify some icons here, meaningful icons. Advanced control, when you select this one, look here, the default, whatever the color we have chosen it, for that the corresponding icon also available here. With this you can quickly make out Okay, here we are doing okay, but here the sale is not that good when it comes to furniture and corporate, but consumer segment we are doing good job. In 2014 we are doing far better compared to the 2013. With this we are able to understand with the help of the icon, right? So you are able to either you can use the data bar, or along with this you can use the icon also. And the colors, if you want, you can use it. If you don't need it, you don't. So the data bar itself more than sufficient to understand the trend. So these are the options. Apart from this, these are the important features you should be aware of it as part of table visualization. Okay. Next, what we will do is we will just I just move on with the matrix visual. I just simply copy paste this one, Control C, Control V. Instead of using table visual, I'll be using the matrix visual. I just copy pasted this table visual, and then I just after selecting this visual, I just clicked on this one. So this one will become automatically the matrix visual. When it comes to matrix visual, you can see that the icons, the drill up, drill down icons got enabled automatically. Now the question is, what is the difference between table and matrix? The key difference between table and matrix visualization is that the tables are two-dimensional. If you want to specify multiple dimension, more than two dimensions, it is not possible. Whereas in matrix visualization, you can specify multiple dimensions in rows and columns. Look here, when I go to the axis section here, I just selected this one. If you go to the axis section here, you can see rows, columns and values. So in the rows, you can specify more than one dimension, and even in the columns also you can specify more than one dimension here. And also the matrix helps us to leverage the Power BI's drill down capability. Okay, the key advantage of matrix is you can specify, you can use multi-dimensional, right? You can use multiple variables, multiple variables. Number one. Then number two is it gives you the stepped up feature. Stepped up feature. Stepped up feature. So the stepped up feature is possible. Drill down functionalities enabled, and then the aggregations are possible, and you can do easily the pivoting. What is pivoting? You can convert the rows into columns, columns into rows. You can do it, pivoting and unpivoting without doing too much of heavy lifting. Using matrix, you can do pivoting, unpivoting. You can do it, okay, with less effort. Okay, so these are the salient features of matrix visualization. Look here, I just expand all down one level in the hierarchy. I just click this fork kind of icon here. So you can see that in 2011 it just expanded it, right? I just change some color. It is way more striking. Probably I will remove this for the time being. I could have used some other color, better color. And conditional formatting for sales. For this one I have used it. What I do is I just toggle off. Yes, this is enough now at this moment. What I do is better I just copy this because it needs more space. So here we have segment and category, everything is there. What I do is I simply drag this up here, the category. From the column to rows I just moved it, and segment I am shifting it from the row of rows field to the columns field. Okay, and what I do is I click on the drill up. Now this is drill up, this is drill down. These two icons for drill down. But why, what is the difference between these two? We will see it little later. And also what is this icon is all about. We will see it that one also. Okay, don't worry. So now we can see that, right? So year wise, year 2011, 2000, all these 2012, 13, 14, and we can see the profit, sales. I just organize this one also. First we will put sales, and then profit, and then year on year sales growth percentage. We can see that sales, profit, and we can see it. Even for profit also you can specify the data bar, or you can use icons, okay, to specify. So that can gives them at a glance view about so where they are heading. So are they really it can help them to understand quickly. So are we really doing good job or not? So look here with this green, we can see that in 2014 we are doing good job compared to the past years. They can get a quick insight by looking at this. And next, if you scroll towards the right side, and corporate we are doing good, but compared to 2013, but we don't see a good sign in the consumer segment. Look here I have used the consumer segment, and then I have used here, look here, so year and category, right? So these two dimension I used it in rows, and in the columns I just used segments. So these are the segment, the column is segment, and the rows we have two dimensions here, the year and category. But if you expand this one, you can see the category. Okay, you can see the category also here. And okay, fine. So next what I do is I just bring in another dimension here. Before I bring in, look here, now you understood, just by swapping the columns between these two fields, rows and columns, we are simply convert the rows into columns. I'll just take one simple example, right? So here I just copied many things, and again colors and all I put it. It might be difficult for you to understand. Let me just take one simple example. Let's go the simple one, and then we will look at this one. Since I used the table earlier, I just simply converted with by clicking on the matrix, so that you should be able to understand how to convert one visual to another visual. And let's say I select another units sold. How many units we sold? Yes. And I just now segment consumer, corporate, home office. These three segments are there. For each category, across these three segments, we are selling the products. Okay, so we could see the sales, total units sold, and how much sales we made under these three segments, which falls under these three categories. We can say it. So we can also see that the row level total. For each row we can see the row level total, and column level total also we can see that. This is the overall total. So this is the overall total for sales, and this is the overall total for the units sold. Supposing I want to convert, right? So these are my column headers. What are my column headers? The consumer, corporate, home office, and the second line is also column header. I want to swap the row header. So in this case, the row header is furniture, office supplies, technology. I want to swap the row header to column header and the column header to row header. All I have to do is just move this up and bring down the category to the columns. I just do it, just give me a second, I just move this up. To compare this, I just copy paste. I should have done it earlier. Anyhow, now also it's not a problem. I just copy pasted this one. I just move this one here and I bring this down here. Look here. So here the row header and the column header is the consumer corporate home office. Since when you look at this one, I just moved the segment to the rows and category to the columns. So what happened? The row header became column header now. The furniture office supply technology. And then the column header, right, became a row header here. So consumer corporate home office, all these columns became rows and the row became columns. Got it? So this is what pivoting. You can do pivoting with lesser effort just by swapping the values between these two fields under the axis section, right? In this section, you can you can convert the rows into columns into rows. Okay, that's what we can do it. So here I just did the formatting, right? So we did a lot of formatting here. So what I am going to do is now here in this case, in this visual, so I'm going to bring in another column here. Instead of here I keep it here, I just move this down here to the column. Okay, now it is pretty clear. So the year, consumer sales and quantities coming twice. One second. Are you talking about this one or this one? Vivek, you are saying about the consumer last one, but for consumer sales and quantities coming twice. Okay, consumer corporate home office, right? Yeah, we want that one, right? But for consumers sales and quantities coming twice, last one for all, right? So okay, we're talking the last one. What you're saying is total source. The sales quantity, consumer sales. Okay, you're talking about this one, right? Consumer sales. Here I just selected, look here. So here we have used the category and here rows, in the rows category and column segment, right? In this segment, okay, in this segment what you're saying is consumer sales. Okay, so you are saying that the sales quantity, so this is the one is for the total sales, right? Okay, this is the one quantity. Okay, consumer corporate sales. Yeah, so here sales quantity and sales we are getting it again. And okay, let me do one thing. I just go to format fine. This is, I just align it center. Okay, alignment. And what I do is I just column headers enter. It's very slow. grid. I just use the grid here, vertical grid on, and vertical grid color I just make it black. Okay, you are talking about this one, right? You are talking about this one. I think there are some blank values are there. Okay, because of the blank values, it is not showing anything. This is for blank values. So you ignore this one. Okay, this is what you are concerned, right? Vivek? Yes. Yeah, this is due to blank values. Good. You are able to catch this one. This is due to blank values. Okay. So that's why the data cleaning is very much important. Before we dive into data, visual, everything, right? You need to make sure that you don't have any missing values here. And similarly, we will just check it out here. In this case, let us put vertical grid. In this segment, right, somewhere some missing values are there. That's why it shows separately. But when I convert this one, we don't see any missing value. That means in the category, when I use I think in category, right? So yeah, the row level, in column level segment, right? Segment, some missing values are there. That's why, but here we don't see any issues here. Okay, somewhere if you have missing values, it will cause these kind of confusions. So next we will just go ahead here. So here what I did, I just used the category here, and I just go ahead and select the region here, or I just check mark this one, region, category and region. Date, year, segment, I'm going to have it as it is. And what I do is I just we have some option, something like let me just scroll towards the left side. Sales 2011, what is the sales profit, what is the sales growth year on year. So we don't see anything here. Okay, and why we are not seeing anything? Because 2011 only they started the business, so we are not so if you see, in this case we have compared the current year sales with the previous sales. Since we don't see anything, right, so it is coming 0 here. But whereas for these years it shows 2012 and 13, 14, we are able to get some values here. Okay, so that is the reason we are not getting anything there. And the next one is look here, the year, category, and so this is the year. I just remove this for the time being. So date, year, and segment, this is enough. And we can see the year, right? So year 2013, and category also we could see that under furniture. If you want, you can, what we will do is, yes, furniture, technology, office supplies, we can see that. And what I want is, I just go here, and then what I do is, we have something called values here. I was talking about the stepped up feature, right? So, and the values, we have something called banded rows, show on rows. Yeah, I'm going to toggle on this one, show on rows. Look here. What I do is, I just toggle from on to off for our reference. I just copy paste this to compare it, okay, to compare the difference between these two. So what I'm going to do is I just go to the values section. Here I see, I enable this and show on rows. Banded row color, I just disable this. So in this case we have 3 years, right? So in the columns we have 3 years, 4 years, right? So 11, 12, 13, 14, and also it shows for each row the total sales, total profit. So for each row it gives us the total sales and total profit, and column wise total profit also it gives. So when you have multiple columns, it is painful to scroll towards the right side and check each and everything, right? So but your requirement is you need to have 4 columns, right? In addition to that, you need to have the total and row level total, all these things you need it, right? But if you want to see everything, right, at a glance, you cannot see everything in one go. You need to scroll towards the right side and see everything, right? So what you do is you go and disable this one, show on rows off. In that case, what will happen is the sales profit, sales growth, instead of showing it in columns, it shows it in rows. That is the beauty of this feature. Now you understood, right? So you don't have to scroll towards right like this, right? So you don't painfully have to go towards the end, and you need to check it. Somewhere you will lose track. So that's the reason why with this option you can convert these columns into rows. Now with this you are able to see 2011 and 12 and 13 and 14. So at a glance you can see the sales we are doing good job in furniture category, and here also okay, good, but probably you can we can enable the data bar for this also. But by eyeballing this, we can make out in 2013 the sales growth was good compared to this year. Okay, this year. So compared to all the 4 years, in 2013 we were able to see a remarkable increase in the sales, but in 2014 there is a decline in the sales. Okay, that is what we can make out. And if you look at the sale value, right, sales and profit, the sale is 10 lakh, year 13 lakh. There is a the interesting insight here. The sale is 10 lakh year 2013, but the growth is, it shows, okay, compared to previous, right, compared to this previous year 0.33, compared to this year and this year 0.24. That is how you need to interpret here. Okay, we could see compared to the previous year we can see 0.24 increase in the sales, and similarly you can find out the profit growth percentage year on year, right? So same metrics, probably a measure I can use it, same formula. Only thing is you need to use sum of profit. Okay, you to compute the total profit and then compare this year's total profit with previous year total profit, right? So that's how we need to find out. Okay, so and divide it by the sales. Okay, so this is one of the awesome feature that is available as part of formatting, the stepped up. So what is a stepped up feature? I was talking about 3 different features. One is the stepped up feature. Stepped up feature. What is stepped up feature? Here I just disabled it here. One second, let me select this. Under values section you can see the show on rows. Okay, show on rows, I enable it. Banded row color, right? So banded row color, yeah, I don't need it. And then what else I did it? Okay, a show on rows. I've used the show on rows. Okay, so that is the one, right? That is the one. Okay, so this is the one helped us to see this. What is stepped up feature? Stepped up feature is something like when I expand this one, right? When I drill down further, or let me just do one thing. just minimize this one because it's difficult to scroll towards the right because it's a big, the matrix is very big, right? So now if you look at here and I just move this up, okay, these are the drill down, drill up icons. It's already drilled up, and if I go to the next level, expand all down one level, in the furniture I can see the category. Okay, let me, category and region is the right, okay, the region. Look here in the furniture, Africa, it shows the sales and profit for Africa. And if you scroll down here, similarly you can see for other category the region also. Okay, for the time being I am going to remove the region now. Okay, so here when I drill down to the expand all down one level in the hierarchy, the furniture category and office supplies and technology, right? So what is the sales profit in each one? Sales profit, sales growth year on year, we can see that, year wise we can see that. And the stepped up feature is nothing but this is my parent, this is my child, something like that. Look here, so for this I should use this one matrix. See, this is my child, and the in this thing, right, the furniture, under furniture, Africa, Canada and all this region, what is the sales? Okay, so the child, these are the child, and this is my parent. In order to distinguish which one is parent, which one is a child, just before the child it leaves an indent. Indent is nothing but a tab. Okay, so that we can identify which one is child, which one is parent. That is what a stepped up feature is all about. In addition to that, it gives us the drill down, drill up functionality in aggregations. Look here, the aggregation is pretty awesome, isn't it? You don't have to write any measures, additional measures in order to compute row level total and column level total. It automatically computes the row level total and subtotal, grand total, everything is possible with matrix. The possibilities with matrix are endless. Okay, next what we'll do is we'll quickly explore what these icons are all about. Okay, so how it is helpful in terms of drilling down and drilling up. Okay, so if you see here, this is the down arrow, right? So this down arrow, if you see here, this is a single down arrow. This is called drill mode. If I click on it, it will get enabled. You can see at the background, right, the black colored got enabled, right, behind this down arrow. So with this we can see that, right? So drill mode is on. Click a drill point to drill. What I do is if I, instead of this one, right, ideally, okay, if you use this one, because I've used so many columns, let me do one thing. I just try to convert this one as, so earlier we were saying matrix, right? What I do is I just want to control Z. Control Z is possible in report canvas, but if you do, let me do one thing. I think only one time it is possible. Yes, we got control Z is working. Anyway, I shouldn't have pressed it. What I do is I just simply take this one, copy this one, and I just paste it here. I just click on the clustered column chart. Look here. I just converted my matrix by clustered column chart. Now I just go and enable this drill mode. And for each year, 2011, 12, 13, 14, we can see the sales and the profit. With this, we are able to quickly identify in 2014 the profit. We could see a steady growth in profit, and sales also we could see a steady growth. If I wanted to view the section of this column, if I click on it, what will happen is it will take me to the next level. What is the next level here? The segment. I just go up one more time. So this is drill up. Currently we are in year. Okay, we are in year. Okay, and I just go up one more time. So this is my category. So this is the hierarchy. With matrix, the beauty is if you drag and drop more than one column, the matrix as well as the bar chart, the bar chart, all right. When you drag and drop more than one column in this field, right? So automatically it creates an hierarchy. So whenever you have hierarchy, this drill up, drill down icons will get enabled automatically. Okay, but in table visual it was not possible, but with clustered chart and even stack chart, right, even matrix, it is enabled automatically. Not only in matrix, this one get enabled. Okay, and so now we are in the top of the hierarchy category. So furniture, office supplies, these three categories are there. Since I enabled this drill mode on, if I wanted to drill down to next level of the furniture, it is possible. What is the next level in the hierarchy? Region. Furniture, if I click on it, you can see which all region, right? These regions, what is the sales and profit under furniture category. I just drill up now. I just move up from region to category. Currently we are in category now. If I disable this one and if I try to click on it, right, if I want to drill down by selecting a specific column in this chart, it is not possible. You need to understand this very well. Only when you enable this icon, you should be able to drill down to the next level for a specific column. For example, if you want to drill down to this section alone, technology alone, right, I just enable it. Look here, under technology, which all region we have, we did sales, right? So look here. So you can see the technology name besides the region name also, and year also, right? Year also is there. I pressed it more than one time, it seems. Yeah, this, I think I pressed it 2 times, this one, okay, and then that one. So in technology, in which all region we sold it, what is the sales, right? For all the region, the sales and profit for technology alone, if you want it, you can go and you can go and drill down specific section or specific column. If you want to drill down, it is possible only when you enable this, down arrow. Okay, otherwise it is not possible. So for that purpose we use this option. Now you understood the advantage of this one. If I disable this, if I click on technology, it will not drill down to the next level at all. Okay, so in order to drill down to a specific column to the next level, right, so you need to enable this one. Okay, next one is this one, the expand all one down. So this one, expand all down one level in the hierarchy. If you want to go to the next level, category to next level, if I select this one, what will happen is for all the category, right, and the region, what is the, you can see all the categories region wise sales and profit. and if I click on it one more time, it will expand one more level down. Okay, so what is the next level? The year. Each year. Okay, what is the sales? Look here, you can see this one. If you expand this one, if you resize this one, right, if I maximize the size, look here also you can see it, right? You can see the category, region and year. Got it. So that's all, right? So we don't have any more level beyond this. So hence it stopped it. So here segment also it has shown, right? Segment also we could see that. Can we see the segment here? 1 second. Let me just move up this. And furniture, yes, the last one is segment. If you maximize it, you can see it. If I just hover this here, somewhere here, look here, category, region. If you compare the values that are there in the tooltip, what is the tooltip? The black colored one, the rectangle blue black colored one, that is called tooltip. Whatever is there, column names are there in the tooltip, you can see it here, right? The axis. If you hover the cursor on any one of this bar, you can see the category, region, date, year, segment. We could not see, yeah, segment we can see it, right? Yes, now we can see it, segment. So we can drill down from category to this level, but each time it will drill down one level down. Okay, so it will go one by one. So category to region, and so if you click one more time this one, it will take you to the year, and category, region, year, you can see it. And if you click on it one more time, category, region, year, segment. This is the leaf node in the tree. The leaf is right last one. So this is the terminal one. So from here to here, you can drill down with this icon. And I just drill up. For example, if you want to move up from here to here, so you can, when you click on this icon, it will take you to the previous one. And if I click on this one more time, yeah, it's already, I clicked it twice. So now you understood the functionality of this one and this one and this one. This is for drill up. So this is to enable the drill down, right? So you can enable the drill mode. So when you enable this one, you can drill down to any specific column. Okay, if you want to drill down only to the technology, it is possible. Okay, and what is this one here? 1 second. So this icon is nothing but go to the next level in the hierarchy. What is the next level? Region. Okay, so this double down arrow. Okay, so this double down arrow, when you use this one also helps us to go to the next level in the hierarchy. But in this case, it simply ignores the category. Okay, I don't care about category. You tell me each region, each category, what is the sales? That is what it shows. Okay. Okay, here it shows us this one also, right? Yeah, furniture in Africa, everything it shows. So the category and region also it shows. Okay, good. So the next one is, if you, 1 second, sorry, I just go one up. I think I pressed it wrongly, that one. Yeah, look here. So when you click on this, go to the next level in the hierarchy. So yeah, it ignores the category. Right? I don't care about category. You tell me in Africa region, what is the total sales across all the category? See, Africa, total sales. This one inclusive of all the 3 category. And this one inclusive of all the 3 categories profit. You understood the difference between this one and this one, right? When you click on this one, it will show you category wise, region wise, what is the sales and profit. But when you click on this one, what happens is it doesn't care about category. All the three category put together in each region, what is the sales and profit, it shows us. If I click on it one more time, it doesn't care about category and region. For each year, what is the sales? Look here. What is the sales and profit? It shows us. And if I go down to the next level, I don't care about all these three levels. You tell me in which segment, in which segment we made, so in which segment our overall sales and profit is high. The consumer segment, so this one will give you an high level idea, right? So in consumer, and compared to all the other things, consumer segment, we made more sales and profit. So hope you understood the functionality of all this one, right? These three icons. Any questions regarding this? Fine. So now what I do is I just go back to matrix, because with clustered chart to help you to understand this, right, it will be pretty easy. That's why I switched from matrix to the chart, clustered chart, bar chart. Here also the same thing, but by looking at the chart and understanding is pretty simple, right? So that's the reason. So it's the same thing, like go to the bottom level and show it. So here, look here, the rows, category and region, it got switched to here automatically, right? Since it, what I do is, because the fields, whatever we see it here, it is not same for all the visual. Each visual, the fields here for matrix, rows, columns and values, three fields are there. Only when we drag and drop the columns here, the data will get populated here. Okay, but columns is not mandatory, it is optional. But net here we have rows, columns and values. These three fields are there under this axis section. It is not same for all the visuals. For each visual, the number of fields like rows, value, right, columns will vary. Okay, so since I converted this one as a clustered column chart, right, it just got shifted somewhere. So earlier it was there here, right, the columns, year was there here and segment was here. The category, region, what I do is I just remove this one now. So now you understood the functionality of the drill down, drill up feature. Now you understood this one. What I do is I go one step further. I just drag and drop the region here. Let us see what happens. When I drag and drop region, I'm going to drag and drop one more dimension here to the rows. So in columns we have two dimension, right? Segment, look at here, the column itself there are two dimensions. One is segment and second one is year, right? I just go and drag and drop the region to this rows. The moment when I drag and drop it here, you can see an additional feature got enabled here, drill on columns. And if you click on this drop down list, you can see rows and columns. So already I just do one thing. Let me just change it to this one format. The values, show on rows. I'm going to enable this to reduce the width of this one, right, to see everything in a single thing. sales profit, sales growth, everything you can see it here in a single one. So we have one more option is available. Let me just show you that one also. In the values, banded row color, and banded row color, I just look here. When I disable this one, you can see this one very clearly. So this one is pretty clear, right? So in furniture, sales profit, you can see it very clearly. But if you toggle from off to on, it doesn't look good, right? So it's difficult to find out which one column values, which one is which one is column header, sorry, row header, which one is column header. So in that case, if you toggle from on to off, so now it is pretty clear. Your row header is pretty clear, and column values, you can see it, column header and row header, everything is pretty clear. This is another feature. And the moment when you add one more dimension to your rows, it forms a hierarchy. It's a row level hierarchy, column level hierarchy. Okay, so here the column level hierarchy is segment and category. And if I just select rows, row level hierarchy, and if I do this one, drill down, drill all level, one level down, right? So yeah, we don't have anything else beyond this, and but you need to scroll down for each category, and each region is also available. But you need to remember these two settings. Under values, you toggle from on to off this banded row color, and show on rows, you need to enable it, so that it will be pretty neat. It is easy to compare it. And drill on, look here, if I select columns, what happens is, yeah, I just do drill up. Okay, currently we are in drill up mode. We are in the, I just did the drill up in the column level from year to segment, right? Now the segment is visible, year is not visible. If you want to go to the next level, you just click on this. Look here. Now we are able to drill up and drill down at the column level. Row level also it is possible. So if you want to do drill down and drill up at row level, you need to select rows here. Hope you understood. So I just do drill up here. And when you select on this one, you can see this here. But when you drill up, it gives you at a glance view, right? So overall, it gives you summary. In furniture, office supplies, these three categories, how much sales we made, and what is the profitability. Year wise, we can see everything. This is a very comprehensive one, very advanced one, right? We are able to do it. Try including one more dimension here. Let us see here, ship mode. If I try to ship mode, also if I put it here, what happens here? I just go and use ship mode. Let us complicate this. You will see what is happening. In ship mode, we have something called standard, and same day something is there. This is at the row level, right? So row level, if you drill down here, next level is region. Ideally, I should put it here, ship mode. When you drill down to the next level, look here. So these are the ship mode: first class, same day, and second class, right? Under these three different mode, they are shipping it. So in each category and which mode we are really doing good job. So you can see 2011, 2012, and we don't see anything good here. And this is for furniture category. If you want to office supplies, you can compare all the category. Look here, we can see the good sign here, right? So for standard class compared to second class and same day other things, in this standard class the revenue is good. We are getting, which means in standard class most of the customers, they are booking the orders. So likewise we can do extensive analysis. You can slice and dice just by adding more dimensions to it. Okay, the more the dimensions, more the confusions, right? So make sure that you're not adding more dimensions. And again, it depends on your analysis. There is no hard and fast rule. Depends on your requirement. You can just play around this. Now you understood what are the features that are available from the formatting. Format also matters a lot, isn't it? So Vivek asked one question. Even I got stuck up with that one. And after we formatted it, we are able to understand. Okay, that was due to some missing values in the data. Formatting is very much important. Okay. Anyhow, we'll discuss about all the things. But the key takeaway is this one, the banded rows, right? So disable the banded rows and enable convert the columns into rows. What is that feature? Still I under values field. So you can see the banded row color, you need to disable it. Show on rows also helpful to convert, right? So this one reduce the width of our matrix, right? We can see everything in a simple matrix. If you don't use this, what will happen? Your matrix width will increase. So this is also awesome feature, the drill on feature, right? So the more the dimensions, when you add more than one dimension, automatically this feature gets enabled. You can drill up, drill down at the row level. You can drill up and drill down at the column level also. And subtotal is also possible. Grand total is also possible. If you don't want subtotals, you can go and check it here. So you have subtotals here. Row subtotals on. If you don't want it, you can just disable it. If you don't want it, you can disable it. But in real life scenario, they need everything, right? Rows, totals, column subtotals also they need it. And if you go here, if you scroll towards the left side, and you can see for this 2000 furniture, right? So here we can see the consumer segment and 2011, 12, 13, 14. What is the total one? So this one, right? For furniture, what is the total sales? What is the total profit? And this one, right? So all these 4 years put together, what is this one? And then in the consumer, this is the blank values, right? Yeah, this is the consumer segment. Consumer segment starts here. 2011 to 12, 13, 14. For each segment, consumer segment, what is the total sales, total profit, column subtotal, and row wise total, and the grand, right? So column total and overall total is also possible. So what else you need, right? So you can do exhaustive analysis with matrix. Next, we will move up. Let's move ahead with understanding the different types of bar charts, bar or column chart. In Power BI, I just save this one.